Right, good morning. It's day 3 on our project garden. Got quite a bit to get in today. We're going to be replacing all the fence panels, and I'll go and show you how to take those out and put those back in a little bit later. We're going to be creating the swing area on the left hand side. We're also going to be levelling out and grading the surface across the whole area so that we can actually lay turf, possibly later today, probably start tomorrow. And we're also going to be laying out where the stepping stones are going to go. I'll show you a trick how to make that a little bit easier when you're laying new turf. Right, okay. When we started this morning, we took all the fence posts out. Sorry, took all the fence panels out, and as we did, 2 of the posts broke off, which is these ones lying down here. So I've already been out to buy a couple of new ones. I'll be showing you in a little while how to actually put those in with some instant postcrete. But when you put new posts in the ground, they're already treated, but it's always worthwhile giving them an extra treatment. They'll give them a few more years life once they're in the ground. I tend to do the first 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet, and any timber preservative will do. Give it a good mix. And then when you put it on, lay it on nice and thick. Doesn't matter if you've got drips on there, it's going to be in the ground anyway. Also over here, we've got the boards that we're going to be using for the surrounds of the swing seat area. So the whole of those along the whole length, all around the sides, and particularly the ends, will all get a treatment as well, because these are going to be sunk about 4 inches into the ground. 1 inch will be above, so that when we put the bark chippings on top of the matting, they won't fly all over the grass everywhere once we're done. Alright. Right, we're just about to get the second post, and I've already got one of them done. So I'm just going to go through materials needed to do this. One is a new post. These are 4-inch posts, and for a 4-foot panel you need a 6-foot post, so it goes 2 feet into the ground. Postcrete, very, very easy to use, very, very quick to use as well. In the time it will take for us to get that poured, probably by the time we've actually tidied the tools away, it'll be rock solid and it won't move anywhere. Got a spare bag just in case. The other tools that we'll need to get the hole ready, you need a spade and a mattock, and a lot of the time you need a gorilla bar or something similar. When you take the old post out, the hole that's left isn't necessarily deep enough, so you put the post in and then line it up with the existing post to see whether or not it's the right height, and you just keep digging out till you've got the right depth. Then to put the new post in, it'll just go in the hole, and then we use water straight from the hose, and then mix in the postcrete, and just to level off, any old bit of timber will work just to finish off the surface. Other tools that are needed to actually put everything in place along with the panels: hammer and nails. If you can get hold of a rubber mallet, it'll help you knock the panel into place and knock the post up against it as well. Don't use a normal hammer, you'll actually damage the wood. If you can't get one of these, use an offcut of wood and then use a normal hammer. Tape measure nails. These are 50mm nails, 2.65 galvanised, so they'll survive a long time. 51mm angle brackets, just so they can go onto the post and actually put the new panels in. Masking tape, and I'll show what it's for in a minute. Scissors just to open up the postcrete, and also timber preservative, but we've already done that. So let's have a look at getting the post into the hole. Now on the postcrete, it actually says that you should put the water in first. No, just point at the thing. Put the water in first and then add the post. But I always find if you do that, what tends to happen is, as you spray the water in, normally the pressure's quite high, and it knocks a load of muck into the bottom. When you then put the post in, it's then 1 inch too high. The alignment, I've already made the alignment okay, so you've got holes to work with, so they should be pretty much in line to begin with. Once the post is in, can you see up here? Can you zoom in on that?
Zoom in.
Yeah. Pull that lever to the right, take it.
That's it.
Yeah? This is post level. Gives you levels on both sides. So once you've actually got the water and the postcrete mix in the hole with the post, you align it so that the, not particularly helpful, you align it so that these are level, and then you know the post is in the right spot. Okay? Now, because we've got existing panels to go in, especially if you're doing this on your own, a good way of actually helping you do this is to actually put the other panels in first. So we're going to pause for a second, and we're going to get this panel in place and attached to that post, and then I'll show you how much easier it is to get this post actually vertical. Alright. Right, we've actually done a little bit more than I thought I was going to do. The gap that we had in these panels, over time they shift a little bit, and the gap that we had was just under 1 centimetre too small. So what we actually had to do in the end was to bend out the panel clips, lean the post forward, and actually put both these panels in at the same time, otherwise we'd never get them in. Even with this one we had to knock in with the rubber mallet to actually get it into place. And now that we've actually bent these out, we need to put them back in and hold it in place. Right, so now what we're going to do is fill the hole to 1/3 with water, and then add in the postcrete mix until the water is completely covered or absorbed. If you aim the water at the post, then it tends not to knock too much of the soil off the side of the holes, but you will still get some dropping into the hole, but you don't need to worry about it because the post is already in. Right, okay, water's draining away really quickly here, so we need to be quick with getting the postcrete in. The dust from this is highly carcinogenic, don't breathe it in. Now, because I can't get access to the other side of this fence, I need to push the concrete mix around to the other side and add some more. Nearly done. That should just about do it. And this will set super quick, so I need to get the balance on the post done straight away. Right, can you come around and grab the post boys now? Right, and just give that a bit of a tamp down, just to level it off a bit. Just gentle because it's still quite wet at the moment. That's it. Stand here for about 30 seconds and that should be it. And that's it, we're done. That's now solid. If we have a look over here, if you can do it, whiz it around for us. Right, can you zoom in down there?
Yeah.
Just too bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, you zoom in right onto the concrete. Yeah, you in?
Yep.
Right, I've always wanted to say this on camera. Here's one I prepared earlier. That was done 10 minutes before we did that post. It's now rock solid. It's green now. It'll be cured properly within 24 hours. And that's not going anywhere. Right, end of day 3. It's been another hot one. Now, unfortunately, this morning when we were going through, we found that a couple of the fence posts had died and fell off. And because of that, having to go off, get the materials for those, because it wasn't something we'd allowed for, we lost about an hour and a half to 2 hours in actually getting those, plus another hour and a half to actually get them in. So with that and all the old posts being slightly skewed, and trying to get the new fence panels in, that's taken up a lot of the day. So we hoped that we'd have had 3, maybe 4 hours of actually preparing the soil to actually start laying the turf tomorrow. But unfortunately we've got none done. So tomorrow's going to be quite a long day. Hopefully we'll have all of the soil prepared by lunchtime-ish, and then we can start laying the turf after that. So tomorrow lessons will be how to prepare the soil and the 4 or 5 stages that go into that. So we'll see you in the morning.